and some of the first moves here on Wall Street. Joining me now, Alex Coffey, host of Next Gen Investing, is with me. So you're looking at Bloom Energy, which a short time ago I saw was up 25%. How's it doing now? What's the big story?
Good morning, Nicole. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's a big story, as you mentioned, as they announced a $5 billion with a B partnership with Brookfield Asset Management to implement a reimagined future for AI infrastructure. Stock is up 27% here in real time to kick off trading for the week. This partnership marks the first phase of a joint vision to build AI factories capable of meeting the growing compute and power demands of AI. At the center of the new partnership, BAM will invest up to $5 billion to deploy Bloom's advanced fuel cell technology. The two companies are actively collaborating on the design and delivery of AI factories globally, including a site in Europe that will be announced at the end of the year. Market really likes it. It's bouncing around. It's quite volatile this morning, BE, but up about $23 a share, somewhere between 25 and 27%, depending on when you look at it.
So, yeah, I mean, what an incredible move here for this one. And we'll take a look also at Brookfield Asset Management, too. Big names there. Then we turn our attention over to Seagate and Western Dig price target hikes.
Yeah, so this is the space, of course, that's been sort of that second level of semiconductor movement. And today it's getting some price target adjustments from Wells Fargo. You mentioned Seagate. Wells Fargo raising the price target on Seagate from 160 to 240. Pretty substantial move there, about 50% adjustment, exactly 50% adjustment to that price target. They do keep an equal weight rating on the shares. The firm, being Wells Fargo, increased its estimates to reflect increased structural and sustainable nearline HDD demand, higher gross margin estimates. They say that Seagate's path to 40+% gross margin with 50% plus incremental gross margin at a $2.6 billion per quarter, driving investor sentiment to focus on a path to 45% plus. You mentioned Western Digital as well. They raised the price target on Western Digital pretty substantially from 95 rather to 150. On this name, though, they do have an overweight rating, so they like this one a little bit more. Wells Fargo increased its estimates to reflect increased structural and sustainable nearline HDD demand as well. They say that the Western Digital progress towards its 4 TB per PHAMR quals remains its key focus, and they note that adding that it sees a potential pull forward and potential expansion of its capacities as a potential positive. So nice words for the memory space from Wells Fargo, and you can see those names have really started to accelerate over the last month or two.
Look, NVIDIA's up 2.8% right now, had a price target hike. AMD is up 2.4%, had a price target hike. And then we have the downgrades, Intel and Texas Instruments. Tell us about those stories.
Yeah, you know, we're really starting to see the street sour on Intel. This is the latest. Bank of America downgrades Intel to underperform from neutral. They don't change their price target, which they remain at 34. They say that the most recent, you can see it on the far right part of that chart there, $80 billion jump in Intel as a market cap more than reflects its improved balance sheet and external foundry potential. But they say that the competitive outlook remains challenged with no discernible AI portfolio or strategy, uncompetitive server CPU, and less flexibility now than ever before in divesting loss-making manufacturing. And they say that the stocks just come too far too fast. So they still think that has challenged fundamental picture. Huge rally, kind of the recipe for a downgrade. Again, they didn't adjust the price target. It's just we ran right by their price target. In the case of Texas Instruments, though, they do downgrade from neutral to underperform, and they do actually move lower their price target to 190 from 208. They say they appreciate the high quality of Texas Instruments assets and its execution consistency, but it believes the turmoil caused by global tariffs will keep the lid on any near to medium term demand improvement in the industrial economy. and they are slashing their fiscal year 2026 and 2027 EPS estimates by 3% each. And note that the new estimates are 8% and 13% below consensus, respectively. So in the case of Texas Instruments, they're just downbeat on this name relative to their peers.
All right, Alex Coffey, great to see you, and thank you for a look at Bloom Energy and Seagate and Western Dig and Intel and Texas Instruments. We appreciate it.